Today we're going to be looking at Kringles Christmas Shop and showing you how to make basic changes to your website. So to begin, you'll go to your homepage, and then if you type in your URL, in addition to /wp-admin, and then hit enter, it'll bring you to a login page, and then if you enter your username and password, it'll bring you to your dashboard, which is this page here. And so in this video, I'm going to be working our way down the sidebar and showing you all the relevant tabs that you'll need to be using. So the first thing you'll want to look at is your Updates tab. The Updates tab may get your attention every once in a while because it'll have a little bubble here with a number in it. Here's where you can update your plugins or your themes. You really don't have to worry about this though, because typically we'll be updating all of your plugins and all of your themes throughout the week. We'll usually get to them at least once a week, if not more often. If you ever have any problems with that or need something updated more often, be sure to just let us know. But to update them, you'd click select all, or just select the individual ones that you want, then click update plugins. And then the same would go for themes, but currently all your themes are up to date. The next thing down on the sidebar that you'd need to know about would be your media. The media tab is where all of your media, all of your photos, videos, PDFs, etc. are all stored. So for you, that is mostly all of your product photos. So to upload more of these, you can use this Add New button. It'll pull open this Drop Files to Upload box. And so you can drag and drop files into this dotted square or rectangle, and it'll upload them, or you can click select files and then select a file specifically from your computer somewhere. A lot of the times you're going to be uploading the media that you have, whether that be photos or something else, directly to page sections, or in your case, a lot of the time product photos you'll be uploading directly to the products whenever you add them. We'll cover the products later though. Another way to look at your media is through the list mode here. This will just display a little bit more relevant information for you if you want to filter through it this way. I find it useful this way to look at what date things are uploaded if I'm looking for a specific item. And then you can also search for any sort of item that you could be looking for here. There are also different ways to filter the items using these different filters up here as well. Then you can also delete different items by clicking on them here and then going to delete permanently and then applying, but we probably don't want to do that right now. The next thing down on the sidebar that's relevant to you is forms. Currently you only have one form on your website, and it's customer info. It's a thing to help them sign up for, help them sign up for your emails and for a discount. If you ever want to change anything in here, or let's say add more fields, it's pretty simple. Typically you'll want to take let's say in addition to first and last name and email, you also want phone number. You can just find the phone number over here, which will be advanced fields, and then drag and drop it, and it'll pop up. So in order to make this look a little bit cleaner, you'll probably need our help for that. So be sure to just email us or let us know about that. To delete any field, you'll have to click this X here and then click OK. If you ever want to change what this little block of info says, you can click that little down arrow. It'll open up, and then you can just type directly into here. And then if you click update, it'll save that. Yeah, so just any changes that you make in here won't actually stick until you click update. So keep that in mind when you're making changes. The next important thing on the sidebar here are pages. Pages is where most of your site's info is going to be. As you can see, you have your home page, about us, your shop page, your account, checkout cart, shipping policy, all of that. So if you want to add a new page, you can click Add New, or to edit a current page, you can click on its title. It'll bring you to where all the content for the page is stored. So you can see your videos and this blurb of text here. If you ever want to see what the page looks like, you can click View Page up here, and it'll take you there. Another way to view it is by clicking Preview Changes. If you do that, it'll open up a new tab here, and then it'll show you what the page looks like in addition to any changes that you currently have in your editor. And so to make basic text changes, it's pretty simple. If you've ever used Microsoft Word, it's going to function pretty similarly to that. So let's say you wanted to make this first line, Welcome to Kringles, separate. You could literally just hit enter, it'll be on a separate line. If you want it to be bigger, you can click paragraph here, make it one of these different headings. Let's say we want to make it heading 2. If you want it to be centered, you can click here, or aligned left or right. If you want it to be italicized, you'll highlight it, click italicize. Same with bold. And if you want it to be in a bulleted list, you can click these things. If you want to see what these changes look like, let's say if you wanted it to be this heading and you want it to be centered, you can go up here, click Preview Changes. It'll bring you back to this tab we opened up, and then you'll be able to see right here, Welcome to Kringles. It is a larger H2 text and it's centered. And these changes haven't been made on the live site yet because we only clicked Preview Changes. No one who's visiting your site will be able to see anything as long as you're clicking Preview Changes. It's not actually public yet. Another really important thing to know how to do is how to make a link. So let's say that you wanted a link to Google. You can type something in, click here to go to Google. If you highlight what you want to be linked, you can click here, insert/edit link. It'll pull this up, and then if you type in a URL and hit enter, it's now a link. So we can see that if we go to Preview Changes. We'll see this header that we currently have on Preview Changes, and then click here to go to Google. If you click on it, you will go to Google. If you want that to be formatted like a button, you can go to this format button, or this format drop-down menu here, and make sure you have it highlighted, and then click button. And then you'll see here that now it looks like a button. If you ever want to add any more media to your page, let's go ahead and delete that for now. Whoops. Then you can click Add Media. And you can choose any of the photos that you have in here. Say you wanted to add this little guy. You just click it, click Add Media. It'll pop into the page. You can click on it to make its alignment different. That way it wraps around the text or stays above the text. If you click Edit here, you can change the size of it, make it larger or even smaller. If you want to get rid of a media item, just simply click this X, which will remove it. If you want to add a form, you just click Add Form, select which one you want. You only have one. We typically turn off form title and description and then insert it. It'll pop in this weird little bracketed thing, and then if you click Preview Changes, that bracket's just to represent that the form is there. You'll be able to scroll down and you'll see, here's your form. To get rid of it, you just have to delete that little bracketed thing, and then it'll go away. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page. and reload. That way none of the changes that we've done actually stick. And if you scroll down, you'll see it's back to normal. So if you look at your home page, you have a couple of sections that have different background images and colors. This one right here, and then this one right here, as well as this right here, as opposed to just the plain white like this. If you ever want to edit those, you'll have to go to your home page, find which section it is. So we have, in order, we have your slider, your About Kringles section, and then we have your little blurb here. So we have your slider, your About Us section, and then Christmas all year, this blurb here. So you can change this text like I showed you before, or if you want to change the background image, you can click on this little background tab up top, click this pencil, and then choose a different, you can click update image, and then it'll update it. If you want to delete it, you can click this X and then choose a different background image. If you want to change the color, you can change that here through this little menu. If you need any help with anything so far that I've mentioned, be sure to let me know. Just email one of us here at Megaphone and we'll be able to help you out with that. And the same as on forums, if you want to make any of the changes stick, make sure you click update, otherwise they won't actually stick. The next thing down on your side menu that you'll need to know about is WooCommerce. This is where your store is hosted. When you click on WooCommerce, it'll immediately bring you here to the orders page. These are going to be all the orders that you have currently on your online store. If you have any questions about how to do any more advanced sort of WooCommerce things with orders, be sure to let us know. The next thing down here on the side is going to be products. Products are going to be literally every product that is on your site. To add a new product, you click Add New. To edit a current product, just like the pages, just click on its title. And it's going to look very similar to the page sections. And so we have your title up here. If you want to change the title, simply edit this little text right here and click Update. If you want to edit this blurb or add another bullet point, just go in there and add a new one. If you want to change the photo, you come over here to your product image, you can click Remove Product Image and then add a new one. Down here in the General section, we have your regular price that you can change here. You can change its taxable status and its tax class. This tab here in Inventory, you can change its SKU number, change its quantity, allow back orders, that sort of stuff. Here you can change its weight and its dimensions and its shipping class. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, this is your short product description. So if you have any places on your site where a shorter product description than your general product description shows up, you'll want to edit it here, and this is where it would change. And all of this will look exactly the same for whether or not you're adding a new product or editing a current product. The next thing down on the sidebar that you'll need to know about is going to be widgets. So widgets on your site will be basically anything above or below your site's content. So this logo, this address bar, your menu, that's all above your general content. So that'll be in a widget. And then below here we have your contact us section, which is your address, your hours, and this map. That'll all be in a widget as well. So header right is where all of the widget content above your site is. So we see here we have your logo and your menu. On your product pages you have product categories as well. And then footer 1, this is your contact us section. So your address, your phone number, your hours, and then as well as this is going to represent the map on the front end of your website. If you want to change any of this text, it works just like the text editor did before, except there's no preview button here. There's simply a save button. So any changes that you do make that you want to save will just immediately be made on the site. There isn't currently a way to preview them through the widgets. If you ever want to change out your site's logo, you can click here to choose an image and change it out that way. The next thing down on the sidebar here is also going to be appearance widgets. We have menus right below it. And so the menu is, of course, going to be this top menu. You can see the items reflected here. If you ever have a new page that you want to add to it, you can click on it here. If you can't find it, you can view all or simply search for it. But you click on its checkbox, click Add to Menu. It'll pop it up on the bottom, and then you can move it to wherever you'd like to be in your menu. After you have it where you want it to be, click Save Menu, and then it'll change on the front end. If you want to get rid of an item, click this down arrow and click Remove, and then you can click Save Menu as well, and it will also be reflected on the front end. The last thing that we're going to go over now is going to be slider revolution. Slider revolution on your site is going to be this slider here at the top of your site. It's currently going through 4 different slides. That's going to be home top. This one here says gallery with 4 images. If you click on it, it'll bring you to the slider. So you see we have your main slide here, and then your 3 slides featuring the different events you have here. If you ever want to change anything that this says, you can click directly in here. It'll pull up this pencil here, and then you can click that and change what it says. See, so if you click there and edit, it'll pull up that one. And you can edit that as well. If you want to change the background image, you can click Media Library here and change what the background image is. And the same goes for these as well. So we have the background image for these as the Christmas tree in the background. You can click Media Library though, and you can change it if you'd like. To change this large image here, click on it and then click the pencil, and then it'll pull up a media library, and then you can choose what you want it to be there as well. So that's how to make most of the basic changes to your website. If you have any questions, we're going to have timestamps to the different sections that I've mentioned in the video in the description below on the YouTube channel. If anything isn't covered there, feel free to reach out to us, and in the meantime, we look forward to seeing your site grow.